There is a strange moment that ambitious people rarely talk about. You get the thing, the promotion, the client, the degree, the body you wanted, the number in your bank account. For a few hours, maybe a few days, it feels real. Then your mind quietly changes the question. Not, did I make it? But what now? That does not mean your goal was stupid. It does not mean you are ungrateful. It means you may be asking a moving target to give you a permanent feeling. Psychologists use the term hedonic adaptation for a simple tendency. After changes in our circumstances, our feelings often adjust. The new salary becomes normal. The new title becomes your new floor. The thing that once felt impossible becomes the background of an ordinary Tuesday. But do not turn that into a cynical slogan. Research does not say that people adapt completely to everything, or that achievement has no value. Adaptation varies across people and events. Some changes matter deeply and lastingly. The useful point is smaller. A result can improve your life and still fail to provide the permanent inner security you imagined it would. This is why a person can be objectively more successful and subjectively more restless. The external world changed. Their internal standard changed with it. The second problem is that ambition rarely happens alone. We evaluate ourselves beside other people. Status and perceived standing are associated with well-being in a large body of research. That makes sense. Humans live in groups. We care whether we are respected, included, safe, and able to contribute. But a public scoreboard has no finish line. There is always someone younger, richer, more visible, more attractive, or apparently more certain. Research also finds links between social comparison and anxiety and depression. That does not mean comparison automatically harms everyone, or that every upward comparison is bad. Sometimes it teaches us what is possible. The danger is when another person's visible outcome becomes evidence that your life is behind. You stop using ambition as direction. You use it as a verdict on your worth. The Bhagavad Gita offers a useful philosophical distinction here. In verse 2.47, one translation says, "Your right is for action alone, never for the results." It also warns against attachment to inaction. This is not advice to stop caring about results. Results matter. A founder must look at revenue. A student needs feedback. A parent needs to pay rent. The verse is not an excuse for magical thinking or poor planning. The deeper idea is about where you place your inner claim. You can own your preparation, honesty, craft, courage, and consistency. You cannot fully own the market, other people's choices, timing, luck, or the final outcome. When your identity rests only on the fruit, every outcome becomes a referendum on whether you deserve peace. When your identity includes the quality of your action, you can care intensely without being destroyed by every result. That is not detachment from life. It is detachment from the fantasy that one more win will finally make you safe enough to rest. Maybe ambition is healthiest when it is not asked to do every job. Let ambition provide direction. Let craft provide daily satisfaction. Let relationships provide belonging. Let contribution provide meaning. Let rest remind you that you are more than your output. In a 2025 Gallup survey of U.S. workers, people reporting a strong sense of purpose at work were also much more likely to report engagement. That is an association, not a universal rule that everyone must find a calling through employment. But it points to something important. Achievement feels different when it connects to something beyond self-display. The question is not only, how far can I go? It is also, what is my effort in service of? For 7 days, do this at the end of your day. Write 3 lines. First, what did I control today? Name one action you took seriously. Second, what was enough today? Name one moment where you do not need to improve, optimize, or prove anything further. Third, who or what did my effort help? It can be small, a customer, a colleague, a friend, your future self, a craft you respect. This is not a gratitude performance. It is a way of moving your scorecard from external applause to deliberate action and contribution. Keep your goals. Raise your standards. Build the life you want. Just do not hand a future achievement the job of telling you that you are allowed to be here. Follow for the next field note. Next week, why your attention is being trained against you.